50.
Now this here's my 1997 Ford Ranger. One of my headlights in it has gone out. Now it's not just the bulb has gone out. Actually the whole thing is bad. And what I mean by that is that water is actually get leaked into it, and it sloshes around when I drive, and it blows up the light bulb inside. That side has been just fine since the day I bought it, and that's been what, January 27th, and it's the October 5th. So that one's perfectly fine. This one's gone out twice. So I looked around like, yeah, there's water in there. And plus they're old and faded. So today I'm gonna show you how I changed the headlights on my 1997 Ford Ranger. So let's get this show on the road. First things I have to do is obviously open the hood. And here we can see our magnificent, glorious 4.0 V6. Not that that matters. What we're talking about today are these. So the first thing I'm going to do is to take off the lights is to remove this grill. Now, on some Rangers, I believe you have a Phillips head screwdriver, but for some reason, only God knows, I have a quarter-inch. What is the thing called? Twisty hex shaped bolt. That's what it is. Gosh, I cannot think. So I'm going to get that and then remove that. So now that I got the front grille off, my main focus right now is to take this headlight out and obviously replace it with a new one. I'll be doing the same thing for both headlights, but I'm going to be focusing on this one today due to the fact that it's the actual one that's out and I don't want to get a fix-it ticket. First things first, I'm going to take this little thing right here, twist it, and slide it back. Now I don't want to lose that piece, so I don't want to slide it too far back. And then it's as simple as just pulling this entire piece out. Some Rangers that might be kind of stuck in there. There we go. Boom. And it also might be easier if you removed your battery. It's not entirely necessary, but it might be easier. As we can see here, that light bulb is exploded. It's gone. It's boom. Now this next step, I'm actually going to be removing this to get to this, and I'll show you why in just a second. Now, there are these little clips that are kind of annoying to get past. There we go. Let's pull that. Oh, crud. Be very careful with these clips, guys. Of course. Be very, very careful with your clips, guys. They will break. Hopefully this is just strong enough to stand by itself. Alright, so there's the running light. Alright. Bless me. Alright, so the next thing's next is that I got to remove some of these bolts down here. I will show you those now. Alright. I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it on that a tab down here. I don't know if you can see them. Basically, there's a tab. I'll circle it in the video editor. But right there, and you're going to take a 9/16" wrench or whatever you can kind of fit around that and lift up on it. Now, these are designed to be trying to lift up by your finger. However, over age and time, well, that doesn't happen. I'm going to take that, turn my light off real quick. Well, that came out easier than I thought. Alright, there's that clip. Don't want to lose it. I'm going to try to get a magnet. Get my super duper tool grabber, or piece grabber, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. It's like the claw. It is like a claw. Boom. Booyah. Sweet. Awesome. Now I'm going to do that 2 more times. Minus the dropping part. There we go. Clip number 2. And clip number 3. And boom. Awesome. All clips are removed. Now it is just simple as pulling it out. Gotta be careful because these, there we go. And here we have the headlight. We can see a lot of water sloshing around there. How it got in there, I do not know. I can see bits of glass in there too. But yeah, this is our old headlight. I'm gonna show you our new one. Alright, just for reference. Old headlight full of water. New headlight. Here's a side-by-side comparison over the last 20-something years. I'm going to stick with this one, without water, and it's much more shiny. Now, it is almost as simple as just putting them in. However, there's a few adjustments that we got to do before we put this one on. You see, this headlight was already preset and adjusted to, well, how high and low I wanted it, more or less. I mean, I didn't set it, but the previous owner did, or the factory did, whoever. And this one is just already just kind of preset to not my Ranger. So I'm going to take a minute and set these the way I want it. I'm just literally just going to put them side by side and compare them. And once I like it the way it is, I'm going to put it back in. Simple as that. Wait a second. I just noticed something. Okay, so I don't think this will be too big of a deal. But I just realized that my old headlight has this third clip, or this third thing down here, as my new headlight does not. I don't think it'll be too affected too much in the long run. However, we're gonna see about that. But hopefully it'll work.
Hey guys, Ezra here. I just wanted to let you guys know that that third little bolt thing that was on the old headlight, you're supposed to put on the new headlight. Now, I did catch this and I did fix it in the end, but I don't think I actually ended up recording it. But make sure if you are using this as a how-to, take that third little arm off the thing as simple as just like pulling it off and then sticking it on the new one.
Alright, let's get adjusted. Okay, another thing I noticed about these headlights is that these bolts are not the same length. So you can't just see, oh, I just have this excess by measuring so many centimeters and I'll have this much with so many centimeters. It will not be the same. At least with my headlights. Yeah, everything else it seems to be okay though. I am measuring it not from the top, but from the bottom, how much distance there is, and not how much is sticking out at the top. I'm just gonna try to get it as close as I can. Let's get the show on the road.
Another thing that I should mention, that even though I aligned the bolts to the way I like them, there's still adjusting I had to do. Because I had one headlight into the ditch and another headlight up to the sky. So there, even if it looks correct, I would still take the time, whether at night or your headlights are straight up against a garage door, whatever, I would still take the time to realign them.
Now, before I put this on, I'm going to take off this protective layer real quick. Look at that, nice and shiny. Alright. be very careful putting these in. Just that little bit like that.
Also, during this point in time, I still didn't figure out that I was supposed to take that third leg off the headlamp, so I was trying to put them on with the two legs, and it did work, although it was very wiggly at the end. Just giving you guys a heads up to put your third leg on.
Alright, now I'm going to try to be very careful because I do not have new headlights after this. So if I break them, well, that's kind of my own fault. Oh, clips are almost through. Super close. And clips are through on both sides. Or at least the hole's through. Now I gotta put the clips back on. We're gonna see how well it does without that bottom one. I hope it's not gonna do much of a difference. It's not that wobbly. But I also haven't put the clips on, so we're gonna see how that works. Alright, clip number one's in.
Rewatching this footage, I do apologize. This was not the best camera angle. Basically, I'm just kind of trying to describe using my own voice what's going on. When you push those bolts with the plastic fitting into the holes of where the headlight is supposed to go, there's a little groove on those plastic things. Those little metal tabs that we pulled up earlier, we're going to slide it back over onto. We can also, it's just like basically you take the wrench, you lift them off in the first place, but this time we're just using the same wrench exactly the same way except backwards. We're just pushing it onto the onto that groove. You got to be careful though that one of the the bottom of that tab doesn't get caught in the metal and you begin to bend it, or you slip or you bust your finger or anything. That'd be painful.
Clip number two. I really want to be very careful not to bend these. Now, thankfully, this thing doesn't have, it doesn't have three of them, so I could use that spare one. I don't want that to become the case, though. I want to just not bend any of them and have spare parts. It also helps when you push on the headlight a little bit. I'm going to put that light down. These should just slide right on. If they're not sliding right on, then you might have to adjust them a little bit. Ow! There. Oh. There we go. Awesome. Boom. Sweet. That is on. Sweet. Now I just gotta install the side headlights and put the other light on. Plug the light back in. There we go. And slowly try to reinstall that. And it's installed. Now I'm going to take that bolt that I had before and put it back on the other side. I'm bleeding now. That's not fun. Alright, so here we can see the difference. We have the nice shiny new headlight versus the old headlight. And I can even see this one has a little bit of condensation in it as well. I do think because that didn't have that third little lip Remember that little bolt that we were putting on when we were adjusting this headlight? It does sit a little bit differently with this running light versus this one. So I'm going to have to see it how that's going to go. Yeah, that's not okay. I'm going to have to fix that somehow. But other than that, let's plug in the light and see if she works. And she works. Thank you all for watching Gizmo 15. This is Ezra signing off.